Breathe easy, breathe easy, man. Breathe easy, breathe easy, man.
Welcome, Samuel Ashton, to RSN Live.
Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure to have you here. We're just going to talk about your music and things you've got going forward in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So, talk to us first of all about your latest release, Spreading Light, which was 2019, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's been released 19th of January 2019, but it's been in the making for quite a bit longer. Some songs are a bit older than others, but sort of came to fruition in a recording sense towards the end of 2018, and then had a release party in Canterbury in a beautiful church in January. We were joined by some very talented local artists. Yeah, so this writing of the EP probably goes back a good few years. I spent quite a few years travelling, and I bussed around and made extra money and sort of funded my way with music in a large part. And yeah, so Spreading Light is one of the older songs, and it's kind of just trying to encourage people, even if you're in a hard or darker place, that you have to keep spreading the light to the world and bring happiness and joy to the world. And you know, we're in dark times in our society these days. There's so many things going on that make people feel even worse in their situation, but they have to realise that there's light inside us that we all have. We're all stardust, so
Yep.
we can keep spreading our light to the world.
Yep.
And yeah, so, and then there's second track, Send Me Angels, as well. That's got quite a long, complicated story to it, but
And that's the track that featured on BBC Radio?
yeah,
Kent?
that was
Is that right?
recently played on the Abby McCarthy show in BBC Radio Kent. They're introducing in Kent.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a very nice thing that happened, to get some recognition from the BBC for that song. But
Yep.
yeah, that song, I actually wrote that busking in Peru, and I was myself in a dark place then. I had been travelling with a partner, and she was back in her country, and I was really tired after years of travelling, so on the road, and felt kind of alone, and that song came out with it.
So, do you find that music's been your way, and this EP reflects on sort of an escapism from the reality he's facing at the time, or was it more of a process to sort of get you out of that dark place, which is why tunes like Spreading Light are so spiritual and influential in that sense?
Yeah, I'd say the second thing you said.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a form of escapism, because we're not going to escape these bodies. We have to go through these
Right.
situations. So it's like finding the strength within you, finding the light within you. So the whole EP is trying to give hope and encouragement to people, lyrically anyway. You know, like Lovers in the Sun,
Mm-hmm.
the sun, the energy from the sun, or like it says, it's even on the street, you'll find love if you're walking with the eyes open to see love, but lots of people walking with their eyes down.
Or the eyes on screens.
Oh, their eyes on screens.
Yeah. So what would you say your main musical influences were, especially for the EP going forward? Who was the artist that
Well,
you sort of
this is
took
an interesting question, because to me, the influence of me as a musician is like, if you take my life and building up to now, it's like all music you could ever imagine. So all of the old greats, you know, like, I wouldn't even want to begin to start to name names, but country music, blues music, soul music, rock and roll music, so many amazing artists from times gone by. But I think in the modern day, there's certain artists which I have sort of a kind of feeling towards the same kind of music, which is like Leon Bridges,
Lovely
Or-
images.
Yeah.
Great.
Michael Kiwanuka is a
Yeah,
British
another one.
artist. Paolo Nutini.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's
It's
others.
quite soulful.
Yeah, a lot of soul
Yeah.
music.
Mm.
And then there's others like Ben Harper in a kind of songwriting sense. Really love. And in a vocal way, someone like Chris Stapleton. Like country
Okay.
music's also
Yeah.
an influence on me, and his voice is just amazing. Those kind of people who have that kind of voice,
And the songwriting ability as
like
well.
Leanne La Havas.
Yeah. Yeah, the list goes
soulful
on.
music. Yeah.
So what does the future hold for the band in terms of events, releases? What can we expect?
Well, we're just doing more and more events and lots of gigs and more opportunities that come our way. Then we're looking to do it, and like this week I'm doing the Sus4 sessions. It's
Yep.
a thing in Kent.
They're doing great work over there.
Yeah, so they do these live sessions and they film it, and they get like a lot of big crowds there. And
It's a very intimate show, isn't it? Which I think for your style of music fit
yeah,
perfectly. I think when people listen intensely to your music, I feel it definitely takes you somewhere,
yeah,
which is
that's
like
very
it's the
kind.
inspiration. No, it's warranted.
Mhm.
So releases, new tracks, new stuff coming up. What have we got?
Yeah, well,
planned?
we've been working on new songs, and we've even performed a few. We started them into our repertoire now, and I released the first EP with 2728 Records, which is a
Yep.
Kent and London-based independent record label. And so in terms of recording, I'll be still recording with people from 2728 Records. They're a great group of people, and the whole label sort of became like a family. The other acts that are on the label as well, so and they're very talented with a really great ear for music, and so it's great collaborating with them. So more than likely going to be doing more recording with 2728.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, so
Good stuff.
hopefully it will be another EP, but we've got a few tracks that are almost on the way to being ready now for recording as well, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, cool. Right, finally, we got some quick fire questions.
Quick fire
These aren't
questions.
all music based. It's just to sort of,
This is
just
the
a bit
bit
of
that
fun
we're
in the
looking
end.
forward to, isn't it?
yeah.
The fun part.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
And I feel fantastic. Always fantastic.
Good.
Full of light.
That's it.
And I spread it
Okay.
out.
Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. Your favourite breakfast?
Favourite breakfast, probably fruit and nut muesli or something like that.
Your favourite movie?
Oh, favourite movie I can't say, but when I was younger, I used to love Denzel Washington movies,
Do you,
or Jack Nicholson movies.
do you have any pets?
I don't currently have any pets. I had a dog called Donut, a Belgian Shepherd, when I was a young child.
Donut. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Oh, pass on that one, I think.
Not gonna do
I'm
that
not-
one.
I'm not.
We're gonna.
I don't like self-analysis.
Okay. White or milk
that
chocolate?
way.
White or milk chocolate?
Oh, dark chocolate.
Dark. Favourite musical artist to date? It's a big question. You got to pick
Favourite
one.
musical artist today? Okay, well, probably Bob Marley's one of the most successful.
Hmm.
Marvin Gaye's got the best voice,
Okay.
and I don't know, Elvis Presley, just because he's
Just because.
the king of rock and roll. They're not. That's just the world's favourites. Not just mine.
So you've got next one. You have to invite 3 celebs over for dinner, past or present. Who do you invite?
I'd probably rather invite like people who have actually achieved something in the world. Like,
Okay.
have you seen that film, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind?
I haven't
And this
seen-
young African boy, they were in a famine, and he figured out that he could create an irrigation system using wind turbines that he built, and
Oh,
he
really?
was just, he didn't have a proper education. He was just a very intelligent guy. Someone like him, like bring him to the party, or I don't know, you know, people who've done real things rather than celebrities.
Okay. Okay.
So sorry to not answer.
No, it's
questions
fine. It's
directly.
fine. It's fine. First album you've ever bought?
Oh, I've got an embarrassing one. It's not an album, but the first CD I ever bought
Go on.
was "Can You Feel Me" by Craig David. That's my sort of
I would
age
never have
range.
guessed that in a million years.
No.
I'll never have guessed that.
But I was
That's
lucky
one.
to grow up with a father who had an extensive vinyl record collection, so I grew up listening to Bob Marley, Bruce Springsteen,
Yep.
U2, Bob Dylan, and on and on and on. Buddy Holly.
Yeah, it's quite a massive range there. Massive range.
So I didn't need to buy albums, I just went and nicked my dad's records.
And finally, so the favourite country you've been to? I know you went travelling, so can you
Favourite
put it down to
country?
your
Well-
top country? What was the one that really
Okay,
sticks
like
out?
you say, I can't really choose favourites, but if I have to,
Mm.
I would probably say Guatemala is the nicest country because it's just amazing culture. There's an energy to the land that's full of volcanoes. There's the Mayan culture. There's the historic part of it there, and you know, pristine jungle. And the people are amazing, very laid back and welcoming, friendly people.
Lovely stuff. And we look forward to your session. So thanks for coming
me
in
too.
and
Thank you very
joining
much.
us.
My
Thank you.
pleasure.